Welcome to the first episode of Founders Field Notes. So, if you're one of my subscribers, this is a different kind of video. I'm going to be putting these up every Wednesday. What Founders Field Notes is about is this going to be like a log, a weekly log of what it's like to be the founder of a tech startup business, which is essentially the weird situation I find myself in. So what I've done is I was on my way home from a girlfriend's place. I'm driving through Hambledon and I was in their Land Rover because it's a nice day. And I pulled up and I pulled the camera out and I'm just like, I might as well do it in the middle of a field, being field notes. So anyway, it's just going to be a short video and I'm just going to touch in on what's actually happening at the moment. So without further ado, at the moment, I find myself in this position where I'm now co-founder in Lyfcoach.AI, which is an AI startup business, right? There's bugs buzzing around here. I hope you can't see it. I hope this audio is all right as well, because I don't have a mic with me. Anyway, so I find myself like as co-founder of this AI startup company, which is super weird for me because I've never been involved in tech, not even a particularly like techie guy. You know, I use very basic tech myself. I'm more of a practical guy, if you know what I mean. But anyway, but one thing that I'm quickly starting to realize is that the tech startup world is very different to like the normal business world or the entrepreneur space, which I'm normally involved in. And it's different on like a few different levels. It's like almost like the business aspect doesn't really matter. It's more about the sort of the user experience or the end customer and all about the customer journey and all this kind of stuff. Really interesting stuff. Obviously, one way's not better than the other. It's just different, right? So I just want to kind of like log the things I'm learning as I'm going. It might be useful to people. I don't know. Let's be honest. It's not like I'm going to get like thousands and thousands of views anyway. So I thought it might be useful for me to look back on. But anyway, so my first impressions of the tech space, vastly different to the entrepreneurial space. And also, I think I quite like it. You know, I think I quite like it. But let me tell you where we're at right now. So we've done the MVP, which is kind of like the prototype. So we got involved with a company called Verticode. We obviously had the idea, which you guys know about if you've seen my other videos. We had the idea, and we started working with a company called Verticode to build a prototype, right? And we'd spoken to loads of companies, but we went ahead with Verticode because we liked them. That product has now landed. In fact, let me show you. So you'll have to excuse my phone blocks out like the blue light past 5 p.m. So, and it's now like 6. So if I go on my phone, you can actually see I've got the Lyfcoach app here. And if you open it up, you sign in and it takes you, obviously, I'm apparently running out of subscription, but it takes you to the dashboard and here you go. You can begin your session. There's a challenge streak, today's challenge. There's a thing called a life ledger, which sort of like logs all your success, like if you're achieving goals and all this kind of stuff. There's an achievement log. There's like, it's a really interesting little app. What we're basically doing is we're trying to make like life coaching and self-development, like sort of like gamified, make it fun and sticky. It's been the hardest challenge, to be honest, making it like sticky and fun. Anyway, so we had the app done. We've had it built. We've paid for that ourselves. We have no investment at the moment. We're pre-seed and we are now putting together the beta testing group, right? So I've got like, I think 50 to 70 names of people who are involved in the beta testing group. If you want to be involved in the beta testing group, then drop a comment below. I just need an email address and then I can add you to the list. The next stage is we're going to give people the app and let them use it for like a period of time and then get their feedback on what they think of it, any improvements, any bugs, all that kind of stuff. I've got to build out a mailing list. I've got to nurture the beta group. I've got to get all this feedback. And I've essentially got to to nurture the beta group and hone the app. so that when we do go to investors, we've got some information, right? Because if we get to investors and say, we've got an idea for a coaching app and will you give us money and it will be cool, that's one thing. If we get in front of investors and we say, we've got this app and we've got 100 people using it and they all love it, that's quite different. But another big challenge is that investors, get this, right? Venture capitalists and all these people who have got to invest money into startups and stuff, they don't read their emails. So we're doing some outreach, but like people, then no one's getting back to you. And I don't think it's anything to do with the idea. I think it's just that that's what they do. They apparently don't get back to you. So I think I'm going to almost like forget about that and just essentially try to drum up some interest and some users and make the product so good that it would be unreasonable for us not to get on an investor's radar at some point. But that's essentially where I'm at right now. There's nothing really else other to report than that. It's quite overwhelming for me personally, as someone who already has like 3 other businesses. Like I completed on a property today. You know, I've got like a new project starting with my fire stopping business today. Like all of this stuff, very overwhelming. But I'm actually in the process of trying to like leave like the other businesses because I want to make this my priority. So yeah, that's what's going on. The lessons I'm learning, I'm going to try and like drop in a lesson every week, like something that I'm learning. If this sort of thing was easy, then everyone would do it. And in fact, that's a really like basic lesson for life, but it's worth remembering, right? If you're doing something, maybe you're building a business or maybe you're like chasing a promotion or I don't know, whatever it is you're doing in your life right now, but like it never seems to be as easy as you'd hope it'd be, right? Well, I think that's kind of the point. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So here I am, involved in some tech startup business, an AI app, which is really fucking great, and on a completely different like trajectory than I was like a year ago. And I'm gonna log this the whole way, so it'll be interesting. Hopefully, it won't be embarrassing, and hopefully, I won't be like 6 months in making videos going, still no one cares. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. That's it. I'm going to keep these videos real short and sweet. I'm going to try and keep them all under 10 minutes. That's what's going on right now. Hopefully, I'll give you some insight as we go and regular updates. And hopefully, there'll be some progress as well. Hopefully. If you're interested in the product, then just drop a comment below and I'll get back to you. And you can be added to the beta group. Otherwise, just watch this space and we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll be doing my normal video uploads on a Sunday, which will be my sort of my usual thing, my experimental thing, whatever. But I'm going to drop Founders Field Notes every Wednesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday today. Yeah, so every Wednesday, I'll shoot them on a Tuesday, drop them on a Wednesday, and stay in touch. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you like this sort of thing, drop a like on the video. And if you want to get involved, then drop me a comment. Thanks, guys. See you next week.